So, it has been approximately 2 weeks since I last hopped into this game. It's been 2 weeks since Janlan. I don't have a button to switch over to this layout, do I? I guess that's because I just started out this playthrough and I haven't thought about important stuff like that yet. Where's the game? Drake? There it is, okay. So, yeah, Janland was January 23rd to 25th. It is currently the 7th of November, a Saturday here. And, Six Sendu and Lee went to get a low Ta-Kirk fade and achieve low Kirkentological low state, and I started degloving my opponents. That's a long form for ops. Using my new esoterical Kirkological knowledge, I stared at them with a positive Canthel Hunter eyes stare and melted them into chud slop. I slurped them up and my brain started crying. You know, I couldn't agree more, you know? I don't think I've ever had such wise words resonate with me so hard in my life. Hope things are going well today, Lancer and Redora Master. Yeah, a little bit of a stroke there. Yeah, so I haven't touched this game in about 2 weeks, and I thought, you know, Janland, this is a great place for me to start a couple new things. Since I had space in my game schedule, I started Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I started Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness here. And I was like, great, that's what's going to be on my agenda for a little while, especially considering I like at LAN events either doing self-contained things start to finish, I like starting new things, or doing like general multiplayer things. Essentially, I don't like to do this snippet of this playthrough, this snippet of this playthrough, this snippet of this playthrough all together in a LAN event, because then if anyone checks out just the LAN stuff, they're going to be so lost and not understand what the hell is going on and feel like they have to be caught up on like a bazillion different playthroughs up to a specific point to be able to understand what's happening at the LAN. So I like to do things that are self-contained, and I started a couple new things at Janlan of this game and Final Fantasy VII Remake, with the idea being that I don't have another LAN event going on for a while. I'm good for the next little while. These will be things I play a decent bit, like, outside of LANs for the next while, and then the next LAN event is in May with Mega LAN. Yeah, looks like I was wrong. I'm doing another LAN event next weekend. Less than a week from now. It's a new one. Apparently, they were private last year. Last year was their first year, and they were just, like, a private group of friends. But this time is, like, their first time opening it up to the public. It's called a LAN Before Time. And I found out it existed from Janlan, where they just did an announcement. By the way, there's, like, another LAN event in a few weeks' time. So, I've been looking into it. I've been talking with, like, the organizer of it, like, a decent bit. And it seems like a nice guy there, and been, like, thoroughly answering all my questions and stuff like that. And been inquiring with my family, like, hey, you guys want to go to this together? If you guys want to go, like, I'll go with you and we'll do it. Otherwise, I don't know if I'm going on my own here. And it seems like there is interest. We're now making plans for, like, how is this all going to work out here with, you know, less than a week to figure it out. And I don't really want to add more new things to my plate. And so we're probably going to be doing more Pokemon XD at another LAN event. And despite it being middle of the playthrough, it's whatever. I don't really want to be starting new playthroughs again this coming week when I already have a whole bunch on my plate. So that's kind of what's going on here. So I'm going to do this session tonight, and then we're going to do the next stream at another LAN event here. Also, I'm 3D printing today. Also, that's a name that I haven't seen in a hot second here, is SmashPuff64. You do be right, it do be the Pokemans. Did Satejam ever tell you that I went down and visited him at his house and played Smash with him? Well, didn't we meet at Gatian Port? Have you come to train? This is an excellent place for people to train. I've trained here myself. Back then, I only sought to become more powerful. I didn't need any other reason. As a result, I attained this status, but now I've taken to questioning my motive for gaining power. I wonder what I am fighting for. I ponder if I am putting my Pokemon under cruel stress. That's why I urge you to look into yourself. Ask yourself why you want to become stronger before you take that path. I want to become stronger. How's it been going, Smash Puff? How be things poppin'? Hi. I'm just gonna scooch on past you and open this up. So I thought, well, I'm gonna be doing like smack dab middle of the playthrough for Final Fantasy VII and this game anyway. I'm at a pretty good point in Final Fantasy VII where like, Cloud just dropped down onto, like, the Sector 5 slums and just met Aerith. And now it's starting, like, a whole story beat with that, where he's just met this new character. I got Aerith as a playable party member, and now we're setting out there. And it's like, okay, that's not a bad starting point for, like, a LAN event for people to not be too lost in. So, you know, that works there. So let's maybe not touch any more Final Fantasy VII Remake before the LAN event. But this game, I knew I had Mount Battle coming up, and I was like, oh, that's just gonna be a whole bunch of battles and be, like, super boring and stuff. Let's do that before the LAN, and then whatever actual story thing I have going on afterwards, save that to, like, start out at the LAN. And then it's, like, self-contained-ish. And, you know, I get through some of the more tedious stuff here. Welcome, Mount Battle. Would you like to take our challenge or for training? You battle till you're locked out. Fortunately, we're not open to the public right now. Facilities are closed for training novice trainers. Aren't I a novice trainer? Oh, you're not here to train? We came to see Vander, one of our area leaders. Actually, Vander is in charge of the rookie training session. He's inside right now. If you're in a hurry, you might enter through here. I'm gonna have to battle a bunch of people there. Did tell me about it, bro. Crazy Struffs. Saw the picture he took with you. It was dope. Yeah. Went down, had a good visit there, very briefly, albeit. I'm pretty sure my Pokemon are already fully healed. It was some fun. We went to a car and boat show together. That was fun there. I have told him that don't expect me to be visiting for at least the next, like, 3 years minimum. And he told me, yeah, understandable. Which I thought was kind of funny there. Now that I finished Tales of Xillia, finishing some of the shorter games on my backlog before jumping into Baldur's Gate 3 for a bazillion hours there. Yeah, that's understandable there. I've been pretty alright. I graduated university and I've started working. Oh, I just finished training now, but a challenge is already here. What to do? Oh, I don't know what to do. So now I'm a contributing member of society and doing work stuff with a company that does a shit ton of different things. It's a relatively small company, but we end up doing a lot. It manages real estate, mainly in low-income neighborhoods. It manages an e-learning program with, like, camps for kids and looking into turning into that a whole online program. And manages the web front for was working on developing a new website for a big university in the city that they had, like, made site stuff for before, and now we're working on upgrading that code base. So that's what I've been working on lately, but, like, the past few months generally working at the job, I've been doing a lot of real estate stuff, but now involved with a lot of this code base stuff since that actually pertained to my degree. So I'm just kind of keeping busy, working away at a bunch of work stuff, and keeping on at it here. I should probably bring out the Ladybug so that the Ladybug can actually, like, stop being a shadow Pokemon as well, right? Return's probably not going to do that much right now. I can't get over Eevee's face in this game. It is ridiculous. Outside of that, I've had a lot of, like, really crazy life stuff going on all at once the last several months. Critical hit. That's, you know, definitely been a big weight on the shoulders, but getting through what we can, trying to, you know, support my family where I can during difficult times, and, you know, spending time with one another and stuff like that. Yeah. Mythic naming the Teddy Ursa Crazy Dave and naming the Eevee here Zip Zap Zoop, which, look, I did put it on there, but I have to move the other camera, like, on top of it, don't I? What I gotta do. Or, no, underneath is what I meant to say. Right? So it's like... here. There we go. So I made this little title card for it earlier today. I gotta figure out how to, like, change Pokemon's nicknames, but I was planning on evolving my Eevee into a Jolteon, and then, Mythic Redeem name a Pokemon and went with that name. So it's like, what you gonna do? You can really tell the names that Mythic and Lancer name in my Pokemon playthroughs versus the names that everyone else gives for Pokemon. I swear. But yeah, overall, I think Tales of Xillia is so much fucking better than Tales of Vesperia. Gotta be real, Vesperia was kind of mid. Don't get people why people rate it so high, aside from the pretty good character writing. Yeah, I can agree with that as well. Because, like, Tales of Vesperia, there was definitely a lot of things that I really liked about the character writing. Like, a lot of, especially, like, the whole dynamic between Flynn and Yuri there, if I'm remembering the names. It's been a hot second here. But, like, the whole general overall experience was like, what the hell even? It felt like a constant shitpost / constant just shit happening for whatever rhyme or reason, and I couldn't follow it for the life of me. Well, I knew it, we weren't ready. So, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Symphonia I kind of liked. But, you know, I don't know if it was quite 100% my cup of tea. But that one I get why people like. And Tales of Arise I liked. Oh, you came to see Vander? So I wasted a battle on you. Vander's teaching some rookie trainers in his zone up ahead. But yeah, nice, that's cool, man. Glad you're doing good, amiibo. Gotta head out for the night. I saw the familiar homie. I wanted to stop by and say hi. I do appreciate that. Stay safe and have a good night, amigo. Take care there, Smash Buff. Maybe one day, if I can convince some nerds like you and Sate Jam to come on down for one of the Smash events that I host, you'd totally mop up. Here, let's go ahead and switch out Crazy Dave here, I guess, for Ladybug is what we'll do here. I'll dip on out this way. At this point, you don't really need to worry about purification. Once the purification chamber unlocks, you can purify mons without carrying them in your party. Wait, so do I not even need to bring down the meter? So the impression that I had was like, there's an easier way to do it. I forget what was shown during the last stream. But it's like, still bring down some meter. But it doesn't have to be down all the way, and you can use the purification chamber. Can I literally just like purify whenever? I don't actually know what the mechanics of the purification chamber are. I still have, like, my mentality of Pokemon XD about how to play the game. So, I still have a lot of notions that I'm carrying over here. I'm really nervous, wonder if I can make it as a trainer. So, I hold a Pokeball in my right hand like this. Oh, forget it, I'll just try it instead of thinking about it. It'd be so funny if there was a character like this in a Pokemon game that said, oh, forget it, I'm not battling you. You know what, you could go on ahead of me for free. That would have been really funny. Yeah, I've been playing all the Mons. A fork of all the Mons is fun. Interesting. All the Mons implies that it would be like Pokemon or something as well. Also kind of want to redeem name of Pokemon just to name the Ladybug something PvZ related. Go ahead if you want. No one has yet, so the Ladybug can be named whatever after I purify it. And I gotta figure out how to nickname my Eevee and stuff here. Shadow Blitz, hell yeah. Shoot me a message when it's hosted. Still got Discord. Leave now. No, for real. Fair enough there, Smash Buff. Take care. Zilia, by comparison, had great character writing, but also had better gameplay story and also has a Milla in it. Yes, at this point, you can purify whenever. Wait. So should I, like, not even grind out Ladybug as a Shadow Pokemon? I mean, it's not like any EXP is going to waste. It's just going into a backlog here. But realistically, should I still basically go and purify it and then, you know, continue on here afterwards? Redor Master, if you want to redeem name a Pokemon and name it, I'll just dip out and purify it right away, like whatever. I should have gone right after the Swablu, I'm realizing in hindsight. I'm gonna switch to the Teddy Ursa here now, I think. Crazy date. We're gonna have a whole friggin' PvZ themed team here or something. No, the purification chamber can make it all the way down. It just requires purified Pokemon to do it. Oh, so it brings the meter all the way down. And then I go back to the village and do the... He's like, darn! Do the regular purification. Also, Zilia was funnier than Vesperia. And Vesperia was already a pretty funny game. Yeah, it is. So that's definitely saying something. My point is that you don't need to worry about grinding Ladybug unless you want to level it up anyways. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, is Ladybug get any good moves or anything? Do we get any, like, Silverwind shenanigans? Probably do. I don't know. But yeah. Brave Dave? So we have Crazy Dave and Brave Dave. Redora Master redeem name a Pokemon. Crazy Dave's attack missed. Is that something from PvZ? Brave Dave? I just remembered he's a character? I had no idea that was a character. Oh, come on! But yeah, the Dave that's here, this is from my, he does that every time I hit Fury Swipes. That's from, hold on. Let's see here. That's from my Pokemon Coliseum playthrough. If I turn on display, here, I'll just go to, like, this layout here. From the comics. There's PvZ comics? Anyway, my layout that I use this as reference to make my Pokemon XD layout was my Pokemon Coliseum layout. Before I had the beard, I just had like the stash there. And if you look at our team where we had like the legendary trio, we had a whole bunch of like kind of cool sounding names. Ether, Ixel, Azure, Thoron, Sahara, Dave. You redeem name a Pokemon, and that's just what happens. So this Dave, like, title card that I made is all themed after Entei. I'm fairly certain it was Mythic that named Entei Dave. If it wasn't, it was Lancer. But I'm pretty sure it was Mythic that named it Dave. Like, correct me if I'm wrong here. And so, when Mythic named this one Pokemon, Crazy Dave here. Oh yeah, I don't have the hotkey. I just used the same thing here. So that's an Entei themed Dave. Because I literally can't fit Crazy Dave. I can't fit Zip Zap Zoop. I put it on the top and bottom there to make do. That's my workaround. I just put the same Entei themed Dave there because it's a little funny. And because otherwise I don't have a title card at the ready for Dave or anything like that. I don't want to take time midstream to make like a custom Lediba themed Dave title card. So I can just duplicate the same one and put it down there with the same stupid Entei themed Dave title card I designed. You're way too strong to be training in Area 1. Huh? You came to see Vander? Oh, no wonder. I think Vander is still teaching out here. I may even see him in the next zone. Watch the next Pokemon I get. Someone's gonna name Dave. But yeah, wasn't here for Coliseum. So yeah, definitely wasn't you. It was definitely Mythic. Mythic was telling me that he didn't remember naming Entei Dave, but I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Mythic. If you want to, that'd be funny, and I approve. Here we go. Where the heck is that Dave title card? Here we go. Dave. Copy. Paste. Duplicate. Boop. Now I have another one. Look, we have another Dave. I think I have to move Lediba up now, because we can't clearly see you. There we go. Now we can see the eyes a little bit better. And then I duplicate. Wait, no. I didn't have to duplicate. I could have just copied reference. I don't need to have another thingamabob. Hold on. Copy, paste reference. That way it doesn't count it as a completely different source with its own properties and stuff. And we do that. I copy Dave 2 and I paste reference. I'm gonna pull up my stream layout on my full screen in front of me so I can better see what I'm doing. And I moved Dave 2 under... Oh, my print is ready for a color change. I moved this under here for a little back shadow effect. Yeah. Oh. Nope. Let's maybe move it 1 pixel to the right. Boop. 1 more pixel down. Boop. There we go. That gives it a cool little 3D effect. We have Zip, Zap, Zoop, Dave, and Dave. It's our party here. This is ridiculous. It does match a little bit, but it is Entei themed. Really restore all your Pokemon to full health. Hope to see you again. Wasn't here for Legends Arceus, like 99% of Scarlet and Violet or Coliseum. I matched it a bit too. I can do the funniest thing right now. Debating between doing a funny bit or saving it for Revelation. What? Naming the next Pokemon? Something specific here? Here, let me color it. Wow. You sick. Unload filament. So I've been trying to print a few dragons lately because my dragon inventory is a little low, and I like to have dragons to be able to give away at LAN events, and there is a chance that I might bring a dragon or two to give away at this LAN event next week, and I have a couple other dragons here, so like I do have options and stuff. So I'm trying to make a few more dragons because it could be useful at LAN events. I always like to make a butt ton for frag, so even if I don't use them now, it's good to have like a little bit of an inventory early. And sometimes work likes to commission dragons from me for like their map camps and stuff. Oh, I have new filament clips. I don't have to grab the one that was on there before. I printed some new ones earlier today. So sometimes work wants some dragons from me, and it's good to have like an inventory for that. So I'm trying to like rebuild my dragon inventory. Is what I'm trying to do. After work bought all the non-given out frag ones off of me, and I was like, oh great, guess they get used up and go to households of like kiddos that win them at these math camps and stuff like that. That's cool. I don't think the tolerances of these clips quite turned out correctly. Things don't snap in as best as the last batch of these that I made. Whatever, it can still clip in this way. I have these really crappy like 250 gram rolls of plastic that I got when I first got this printer just to like start me 3D printing. And this plastic is like so old and moisture has gotten into it now that it's like cracking really easily. It's crap. It was kind of crap from day one. So in addition to printing dragons, I'm trying to do so with color schemes that's an excuse to use this stuff up and then recycle the rolls. So I'm kind of trying to get through my old and crap plastic so I can just stick with like the good stuff from here on, and then I don't have to worry about finding excuses to like go through the old crap stuff anymore. So today I was like, let's make some damage to this orange. This is what I figured. So I started printing earlier today this dragon that has a base that's a metallic copper. It's like a reddish, coppery, bronzy kind of look. and then body into the orange. And then the spikes at the top I figured would be this metallic red, and I thought it would look really quite cool. And this one just snapped. Speaking of, this isn't the, this isn't exactly the newest filament anymore. This is where a filament dryer can come in handy to, like, remove all the moisture out of the plastic, because it does start to get brittle, and then stuff like that will happen. So this is crap now. This little string. So that's what's going on here. That's what's happening. Go ahead and do this. So the dragon that I'm printing, there's a chance that maybe I bring it with me to this LAN event and give it away with, like, some sort of thing that I'm doing. Or maybe not. I'm just kind of generally printing dragons. I didn't even start printing a dragon today with, like, the intention of, oh, we're playing, not Coliseum, XD, and this is a layout that has space for a print cam or anything like that. It's just I happen to already be printing this, and I decided this is a good night for XD, because I haven't done it since Janlan, and I'm at a good stopping point for now for Final Fantasy before the coming up thing, so let's get through Mount Battle tonight, and just so happen to have a print cam on the side. What it more so is, it wasn't really planned. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, that's the last color it needs. So now it'll print red on the spikes until it's done. The specific model that I'm printing is this one here. It's this kind of articulated dragon, which looks kind of cool. You know, this would be burning another color through. It did mess up a little bit at the back area, unfortunately. Can't even tell. The white of my light there reflecting off of this. You can't even tell. So, could be lying to you for all you know, but this model. This is what I'm printing here, except in very different colors. Oh yeah, no hotkey to go back. So that's what we're printing in, like, bronze, copper, whatever the heck the color is. And then orange, and then red. If you're wondering what's going on there, and it's been going for a decent bit of the day already, since, you know, these articulated dragons are pretty long prints. But yeah, I think I'll hold back my power level this day. Just print a bunch of cursed Kirbys that are miscolored, easy solution. I wasn't planning on doing anything Kirby at the event. I wasn't really planning on hosting anything at all. But talking to, like, the main organizer there, he said that they have their... look, I can show the schedule here, I think. Let's see here. If I go to their website... Wow. I'm going back to another layout. They posted their schedule. Scheduled sessions. Where's the, event info? Date and time. The itinerary. This. They posted their schedule. It's a pretty long LAN event. Starts at, like, noon on Friday and goes until 6 p.m. on Monday. So it's not like the other LAN events that I go to where it stops pretty early on the final day. Like, the final day is an actual day still, instead of, you know, just do your final wrap-up and then pack it up, like the other LAN events I go to. So they have, like, a few scheduled games and stuff going on, and, you know, dinners and lunches and stuff like that. But there's, you know, a decent bit of gaps here, and when I was talking to the main organizer, he said that there's a TV on the side of the venue that they set up with the intention that people can just bring their consoles, plug them in, have at it, like, call people over who want to hop in. So he was like, yeah, things are pretty locked in terms of our schedule, but he kind of implied to me, like, hey, you want to spin something up, go spin something up. And I've kind of been thinking here, like, I like doing little things on the side at LAN events and having, like, a cool thing to give away to somebody, and people just come up and play a game casually and hit buttons and have fun, you know? And I was debating about what kind of thing I might like to do if I end up doing that. There's a maybe game on my schedule here where I've played all the Mario sports games that came out on the Switch. Did you know that on Thursday there's a new Mario Tennis game coming out for the Switch 2? It's a thing that exists for some reason, because I guess there's always going to be a Mario Tennis game for each console. I put here maybe because I was like, is it really that important to do? But when it comes out literally the day before the LAN and is a game that literally no one would have ever played before, and you say is a brand new game that just came out, that might be kind of fun. So part of me is debating, I might just play it by ear and just take some cool stuff along just in case. But part of me is debating about, like, seeing about spinning up, like, some sort of Mario Tennis thing and just being like, hey, who wants to play Mario Tennis that just released yesterday? Or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking there. So I do be printing some things, and then I have things in case I need things, you know? Just in case. Where the heck am I going? It would be here for the purification chamber, right? Let's see here. If the comment sections of your Pokemon video essays are to be believed, you lie all the time. True. How what? What's this about Blitz? I don't know what that means. Here, this way we go. Where was the... This was the snag machine or something, right? Was this the... It's a case that contained this... Wait, where's the purification chamber? Harm, good job. Your Pokemon's purification was a success. I thought you could do it, Harm. Am I glad for you? Thought that was the title. Oh, what, of Mario Tennis? Other side. Mario Tennis Fever is the name of this Mario Tennis, unless you're talking about the LAN event, and it's called a LAN Before Time. That's what it's called. Is it this? Hold on. So close to finishing the purified chamber when the director was taken away. No, no, no. This is no time for moping. I've got to focus and work on getting the project finished. What? Is it not done? I can send word about you. Sounds like your Shadow Pokemon's purification was a total success. Until the purified chamber is completed, that's how you'll need to do things. Keep it up. Oh, is it not completed? Hi, Arm. Did you want to ask about purification? Sure. Purify is the term we use to describe how a Pokemon with its heart closed is restored to its natural state. Research on purification started here at the Pokemon HQ lab about 5 years ago, I guess. It was after the Shadow Pokemon incident when Pokemon with their hearts artificially shut were used as fighting machines by criminals. You don't suppose Professor Crane was targeted for his research into purification? I don't know if I can do anything about this right now. I'm gonna look it up. Pokemon XD, how to unlock, I guess it's just purified chamber. Let's see here. Google AI says automatically during the main story after visiting the Pokemon HQ lab and speaking with Professor Crane and Lily following the events at Pyrite Town. Oh, so it's gonna be a little smidge here still. I think instead of Mario Tennis, they should make like Mario Curling, Mario Esports. That'd be pretty good there. Yeah, so there's more stuff to do. I can't exactly purify Ladybug quite yet then. Alright, but we'll keep in mind that this Ladybug's name is Dave. What we'll do. Well,